Hi everybody, it's Jeff. Today we're going to be working on part 14 of the Thunder model Scammell transporter build in 1/35 scale. Today I want to try and get the final drives put together, the chain drives. It's an internal chain, but I got all kinds of pieces and stuff here. Okay, to get these done, here's some brake drums and various little bits and pieces. So let's see if we can't get this part done today. All right, let's go down to the bench. Okay, see you in a second. Thanks. Okay, here's all the pieces to make up the drives. They'll go on the ends of the drive shaft, and that's where the rear tires will attach. Let's take a look at the instructions real quick. Okay, everything marked in yellow I've clipped off. Some of it I've got cleaned and some of it I haven't yet, but you got to make up two of them, and the instructions say make two left and right, but I cannot tell that they're opposites there. They look like they're the same part when they're all put together, but I'll be real careful and watch as I go, because I want to make sure that they're identical, or mirror image. We'll have to see which one. I just can't really tell from the parts I've got right now. So let's go ahead and I basically got the pieces all cleaned up for this first part here, and then we've got the rest of part 19 over here and some more down here. The instructions are really strange on this. Alrighty, let's go back to the bench here. Let's see if we can. That new mat ought to be here today. Anxious to give it a try. Kind of a light turquoise, I hope anyway. If the picture on Amazon was accurate at all, I guess we'll find out. I don't want something that's going to be real bright. Something that's kind of going to make the parts really visible. Alrighty. Here's all the parts for the main part of one side. I've noticed some differences. This is there's H25 and H26, and the rivet pattern from side to side is different. There's a void down here at the bottom. I know you can't see it, but I can put a picture up. That void will match up with these. I'm not sure if they're bumpers or what they are, but that's the only thing I've noticed so far that's really specific to exactly where the part goes. Just got to make sure that that void in the rivets lines up with this. I'm not sure if it's a rubber part or if it's just a steel block that is put there for a wear point, or just what it is. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to put these together, and then let's see, make sure I get the right sides, because so it'll be those, and then it'll be these, and then I want to be able to sand the seams and everything before I actually put them all together. And then these are all ready to go too. These parts here still have a little bit of cleaning to do, but I can do those while this stuff is firming up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on this stuff here. Also, there was some ejector pins on the inside of this. It's not really necessary that you make them disappear, but make sure that you get them low enough that they don't interfere with the fit of the other piece. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here. Today was the day here in the U.S. for the daylight savings changes that kind of messed me up. It always does, whether it's going forward or back. I think most every place else in the world has already changed. At least those that do change, I think, have already done it. So we're finally kind of catching up. I really wish someday they would just say, we don't need that anymore. Don't worry about it. It's a tradition thing that has served its purpose. I could see that years ago, but these days I don't really see it. See, I've got a little bit of seam cleanup to do on these. Try and get them to match up the best I can now. But still I want to sand that edge before I put the parts on together. Right there. Okay. So there's that one. Yeah, these had, I'm pretty sure that they had big chains inside of them, like a motorcycle or a bicycle or whatever would use, and some big sprockets and things, and they had them all encased in probably an oil bath, you know, so that they wore a little longer. But you can't see any of that. They're all internal. Kind of a holdback from some of the older vehicles. There was a lot of vehicles back in the teens and the 20s that had chain drives that were all external. And they were constantly having to deal with tightening the chains and the chains jumping off the sprockets and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see, which one do I want to put? That way. I try and shift things to where it lines up the best I can going all directions. That way we don't have to sand any more than necessary. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go with that side. And then let's do this one. Let's see here. I guess there's going to be that really big show in Telford in the UK here next weekend. That would be so cool to see that it's just a few thousand miles out of my way. I'm sure there's going to be some great videos. I'm sure Jason at Model Kit Stuff is going to be there, and I'm sure several other channels will be there, so I'll be able to see it all on video. Never been to a model show before. Not that I would necessarily want to put anything into a competition or anything, just that I'd like to see all the neat new stuff that's out there. Okay, that one looks good, and make sure I'm dealing with the correct halves. Okay. That's the right ones. Okay. Let's see here. I still see a little bit of a ejector pin in there. Get rid of that so that I don't have a problem with the pieces fitting together. Okay. Okay. Just trying to make sure it's firm all the way around. Okay. That's going to do it for now, guys. I'm going to let this stuff firm up, and while that's going on, I'm going to clean up the rest of these. And then I'll come back and we'll put some more together. So I'll be back in just a little bit, okay? Thanks. Okay. Took me quite a bit of time to get these parts cleaned up. I haven't done these yet, but we can get a little more put together, and then I've got some more seams I'm going to have to work on. There goes Jordan. I figured out what these places are here. These are attachment points for the parts for this. So I'll put pictures up, of course, later on as we get more done, but I've sanded the seam here all the way around and got that all nice. So we can go ahead and put, this is the inside of one side of the drives. I'm not sure yet if it's a left or a right. I'm still kind of working that out, but we've got to make sure these are handed, and they got to go to where the rivets allow a space for this, like I was saying before. So there's opposites on each one. Let's go ahead and get these glued on. Make sure I'm doing that right. Inside. That needs to move up just a little. Okay. I'll make sure these are really nice strong lube joints, because this is going to carry the weight of the back of the vehicle on it. Nope. This arm has got to go this direction. So you got to pay attention to which side fits where. And there it goes. Well, it's not quite dropping in. Okay, maybe I need to sand that down a little bit. Whoops. Got a little bit of a mismatch there. Let's see. It's not going in quite as far as it was before. I think with the glue on it, this part set a little farther that direction. So now it's cutting down on my space here, so I'm going to have to cut that even a little back, just a little bit more. There, that's pretty good. Although I'd kind of like it to go even a little farther. Well, let's see. My neighbor's dogs are barking about something. There we go. That dropped into place. Oh, there goes Jordan. Let's get more glue. Fits pretty tight. We got to make sure it's straight this direction. I'll put a straight edge across it when I get done, just to double check. There's a couple little arms that stick out there. I would think they should go down tight, and they're not quite. A little more. Just trying to make sure it really fits good. Okay, I think that'll do it. Let's get the other side here. Whoops, need to do this first. And it'll go this way. I'm going to sand this edge a little bit first. Give me a little more space so maybe I don't have an issue. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Should have done a little more sanding on the first one. There we go. Whoops, come on. Get it to grab. Okay, that's about right. Let's see here, what should I use for a straight edge? Guess I could use this. Doesn't really tell me for sure. I think that's okay. Let's see here. I don't have, I'd have to go dig a ruler out. I think that's good. Okay. I'm going to leave that to firm up. Oh, I'm kind of running tight on time here. I want to be able to get this edited and uploaded. So let me show you something real quick. And I'll put pictures up. This is a brace. And these two pieces, which are H17 and H18, I can see where they built it like this. It's a pretty complicated part. But it goes kind of like this. And this all fits to the back side of these 2 points. But there's going to be a really bad seam. So what I want to do is I want to glue this and let it firm up. And then fix the seam and then glue it all together. So let's see what I can do here. So I may not be able to finish this today like I'd hoped to. Seems not real bad, but it could be better. Yeah, it's got a pretty good gap. I don't know how much of it you'll see, but I don't really want to leave that gap. Okay. And this one. It's just that the way the molding was, the joints and everything, it makes it to where it's kind of hard to get the form, the shape just right. The corners right here were, had a really bad, like a mold seam right in them when I sanded it out, but then I left a little bit of a gap that'll need to be fixed. minimize the sanding I'm going to have to do. See, that won't quite go down tight, and then this is going to fit right here. It's tight. Anyway, I think I'm going to probably call the video for today. This needs to all line up. And let this stuff firm up, and I'll put these other parts together off camera. I'll take some pictures of things and let you see kind of what's going on. But when we come back tomorrow, we'll get these finished up. Alrighty guys, you go have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.